with the government intending.
Now, mazingira, which means environment in Swahili, was started in 1978 by Diana Lee Smith and Devenda Lamba. Over the last 3 decades, mazingira has worked to create awareness about climate change, human rights and urban agriculture, while also training communities to learn better skills to increase income generation and well-being. Given this significant position of this major institution, we've this week decided to amplify on what they are doing and majorly to the smallholder farmers. Join me for the conversation in the Stakeholders seat. I have 2 guests, and of course I'll just leave them the honors to introduce their names, probably starting with the founder.
I'm Diana Lee Smith.
Yes.
I'm one of the founders of Mazingira Institute,
Yes.
and now called an associate. And we started Mazingira back in 1978, and we also host NEFSALF, which is the Nairobi and Environs Food Security, Agriculture and Livestock Forum. So it's a forum for urban farmers in and around the city.
All right. And to you.
Yes, my name is Esther Maina from Ebakasi, and I'm an urban farmer, and also I'm in the network of NEFSALF, and I'm doing my farm in Ebakasi, in my own plot.
All right, so let's get the ball rolling, and please, probably with you starting to tell us the history of Mazingira and what motivated you to start this institute.
What motivated us to start as a group of, at that time, young professionals of different disciplines was to do something useful for people and the environment in Kenya. So we, without any funds at all, we started to use our brain power and knowledge to do projects that were of benefit, particularly to low-income people, and to bring human dignity and benefit the environment.
When was this?
This was in 1978.
1978?
Yes.
You were in Kenya?
I've been longer.
Yeah, and indeed I'll agree that Mazingira as an institute has really gathered momentum to what you guys have been doing. And of course, we'd like to know what types of programs do you run as an institute towards helping the smallholder farmers?
Yes, that is NEFSALF, which I mentioned.
Yes.
I'll just say that before that, we
Yes.
also did the research back in the 1980s.
Okay.
We did research all over Kenya on urban dwellers to find out who was farming, what they were doing, what the circumstances were. And we said, everyone who's interested in urban agriculture, come to this meeting and we'll talk and decide what to do. The farmers said, we want training. So the government extension people said, well, we're trying to find the farmers in the city. We don't know where they are. So we will give you training. And we at Mazingira said, well, you can come to our place, to Mazingira, and give that training.
Do you think you've achieved what you guys were aspiring as, probably as a network?
Yes, in the sense that finally government got it. And now we're working towards what's called the UPAL policy, which is the urban, periurban agriculture and livestock policy. It's with government, it's not enacted yet. It has to go to cabinet. But we also have the devolution, which has brought agriculture to the county governments, and that includes the government of Nairobi. So that is the great success, I feel, of 2013, is that Nairobi City County now has an agriculture department.
Yeah, Esther, now that you are the beneficiaries and of course people now taking the vision to a whole new level,
Yes.
Is there a network for organizations such as Mazingira around the country to solve problems facing farmers and of course promoting urban farming?
Yes, in Nairobi we know Mazingira because it is our source, and in fact we have been collaborating with the other farmers. Also there are other people who also help us, especially the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock. Through Mazingira we were taught by them, but then when we went back to our respective places where we are doing farming, they connect us to their colleagues. So it's like now the government is taking good care of us farmers, not like before when we used to be harassed.
Happy to hear that. I hope.
There was a time when you couldn't even keep a chicken because if a neighbor just feels that it is a nuisance, you can be sued. But today, the farmers are comfortable. We are doing it, and even our neighbors too are happy about the farming because it makes the environment green, and also they get fresh food just from the next door.
This is it. It's a last season's spinach and kale. When I came to Mazingira, I was really encouraged because I saw other people who are doing the same thing as I was doing. So I decided I want to take this to another level and to grow with it.
Our vision is being an activist and a reflective participant in the local and global social process. It's as simple as that. And then you're often asked, what is your mission? With us, it's to integrate knowledge and practice.
We have a philosophy and an approach in Mazingira Institute, which is we don't just do research. We do research in order to change things and have an impact.
If you do urban farming, you can be able to change your lives.
We are grateful to the Canadian community that sponsored Mazingira, the CEDA and everybody else, that we were able to touch lives. Because already now I think we have about 3,000 farmers out there whom we have trained. Out of the 300 or so urban farmers in Nairobi and periurban, I think we have touched about 3,000. Because every training we tell them, for every farmer we train, you go out and touch 10 others. That's how we do it. It's growing, and it will be a movement soon.
And talk about urban farming. Are we talking about only food security, or are there other agribusiness opportunities thereof?
Yes.
Yeah, and of course, I know you can speak from an experienced point of view.
Yes. When we went to Mazingira and we went through the training, it's not just about food security, it is also about agribusiness.
Yes.
Right now, I'm doing processing. I can process peanut butter in my home, in my kitchen. And I've started doing the marketing, and in fact I have so many customers. Diana. Diana is one. Yes. Because one thing, she's very sure that whatever I'm doing, I know, and she's sure that I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Because I've already gone through the training. I process also fruit jams,
yes.
I dry vegetables, and it is just within the compound.
Yeah.
And now what we are looking at is as small-scale farmers, we have to go through all the legal process of marketing.
Farmers would be really anxious to know what this best practice you're talking about.
Well, Esther knows. Esther's a best practitioner.
She's implementing.
Okay. In fact, when you go through the training, you come out different, because whatever you learn, you have to implement. If you implement just one subject, we go for training for a whole week, and for that whole week you have 3 subjects each day, 3 different subjects. So you've got a total of 7 multiplied by 3, 21 different lessons. So I know and I believe that when somebody goes through the training in Mazingira, and you become an ELSAF member, you have so much benefits, and you can sell through anywhere and through any kind of business in farming.
What would one require? What do I need to be a member or a trainee at Mazingira?
You know too.
At our time, we were recommended by the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock too, because whenever they go around and see the farmers, what they are doing, if they recognize that you really need to learn or you are capable of doing much more better, that is when they could pick like 2 or 3 people from the whole district by then, and then we could be sent to Mazingira.
Okay.
But for now, it's a bit different. I see it's somebody who finds out about Mazingira, like now maybe somebody somewhere hears about that, and you have to go there by yourself to show the commitment.
Okay.
Because some, like our time, others were taken and they just come and slept.
Okay.
That was over.
All right. Having said that, I know time is not on our side, and I would wish that we continued with the conversation, but I believe we can pick it up some other day. And thank you for coming for today's stakeholder seat, and of course sharing what Mazingira is doing to the smallholder farmers, and we really appreciate as farmers. Well, viewer, that was the stakeholder seat. Let's now join the debate room up next. Thank you.
I told you we both talk too much.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. It has come out okay.
Royal Seed, suppliers of quality seeds for Africa. We have established hybrids including tomatoes, Rambo F1, cabbages, Pretoria F1, onions, Pinoy F1, colored peppers, carrots, Nantes, watermelons, Asali F1, and kales, among others. We sell a wide range of large and small-scale vegetable seeds. We have a strong distribution network throughout Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and Zambia, providing local solutions to a global market. Contact us on 020-269-0693